Movie sword and shield training tip 3. How to perform short sword and shield defenses that look great for film and TV. That's what we'll answer in today's video. Hi, my name is Dylan Wilson with CBT Stunt Alliance. Train hard, perform easy. We help actors, stunt performers, filmmakers, and content creators learn professional stunt training for use in film, TV, and live action performances. Before we get underway, if you're interested in adding baton, short sword, sword and dagger, even sword and shield movie fight choreography to your current acting or stunt performer skill set, check out our highly popular online master course at shortswordmoviefighting.com. You can learn attacking angles, sword fight choreography, sword and dagger, sword and large shield, even how to market your career. You can sign up now and start training now. Go to shortswordmoviefighting.com for more info. Okay, so we get a lot of questions about movie baton and short sword fighting tips. So we're going to share a few things with you. Now I'm actually an experienced stunt coordinator and full-time director. This is something I plan to do from the beginning of my career, up to and including even attending and graduating film school as a director. Now along my journey, I learned that being a stunt coordinator made me a better director, and being a director made me a better stunt coordinator. And what this means to you is that I can offer insights and experience from both sides of the camera, as well as all phases of production. When we thought about what would help you the most, we decided to put together this free video course that will cover the basics of movie baton and short sword movie fighting techniques. This way you can use it for your real, upcoming auditions, and even your own content. For actual performances and highly competitive auditions, you need more training like we provide in our highly popular online master course. Why does this work? Because for self-tapes, many sword auditions, mocap, and performances, you just have to look like you know how to use a movie baton or short sword. If you're not the lead or featured fighter, you're going to throw anywhere from 0 to 2 strikes, and then you're killed anyway. Check out this following clip to see this in action. Now, how many strikes did each performer get to throw in that action sequence? Exactly. So in today's video, we're going to learn how to safely and cinematically launch shield defenses when using short sword and shield fighting techniques. All right, next we're going to cover the ways that you actually use the shield. More of your tactical philosophy on how to use the shield. So there are 2 ways of using the shield. The first way is you just hold the shield in one position the whole time and never move it. So if it's here, the entire time you're fighting, it never moves. It stays right here. And you know, you're doing all your strikes, you're doing counterattacks, you know, you're doing everything else, and you notice nothing, the sword, or the shield rather, never moves. If there's attacks coming in, I might just rotate it to waist and let the shield absorb it. Yeah, never move it. Now, this is the simplest way to use a shield. Yeah, here's the thing, it's also effective for combat, because they actually did tests before where they had newbies, they gave newbies shields and had them hold it in one position, and they put them in competitions with experienced people, experienced practitioners who could move their shield, and the newbies held up pretty good, because all they did was hold the shield in front of their vital organs. And that's the whole point of a shield, a large shield, is it covers all, look at that, look at all the vital organs that you can see now, and how many vital organs there are now. The only real targets besides a piece of the head are maybe the femoral arteries. So the newbies, when they were sparring the experienced people, held up pretty good because, you know, they're moving and striking and everything else, yet they had all their targets were protected by shields. So this does work very well. So if you're practicing, the easiest way to do it is to make sure you're holding the shield in a proper position. Like we said before, the edge of the shield should be on your center line, not like this, not like this. This is amateur hour, right? Though there are some styles that actually do hold it like that, right? We don't. So the shield is on the center line, yet not out here. And the other thing is the shield should be right below your eyes. You should just be able to see right over top of it. not like this where all this is exposed. You're right here. If you're up here with it, and there are some systems that use it like this. Look at this. This seems great. You feel very safe because you feel protected. Yet look at this. You can't see all these people coming up on this side. You can't see strikes coming in. You create a blind spot. So instead, lower it down right there, and that's where you want to keep it. The other thing is it does take some conditioning because you feel the weight of the shield on your arm. So some people, the tendency is to kind of let this shield drift down. You'll see them down here, especially a lot of newbies do this. Don't do that. Again, these are the things that are going to get you cast. When you're there and you're in a stance and you're holding the shield in the right position, stunt coordinators and even fight choreographers, any people with weapons training are instantly going to be able to tell. So this is the first way, keeping the shield stationary by your side. All right, now the second way of using the shield is using it for simultaneous attack and defense. And by the way, this is a little pro tip. After a while, like even these are foam shields, right? Yeah, these have weight to them. And the wooden shields are even heavier. And they have resin shields, plastic shields, foam shields. Yet they do weigh on you after a while. One of the things a couple ways you can take the weight off of you is what you see me doing is just take the shield and kind of hold it here and let it rest on your thigh. And this way, especially on set, it doesn't look like you're tired. It looks like it's just a technique, right? And it's a way of taking the weight off. The other way is you can take the handle and use, well, these are sweatpants yet. You see, I can, if I had a belt on, I could actually just let it rest on my belt and go hands-free, right? And that's another way you can do it. You take the handle, depending on the shield, and just let it hang down, you know, from your belly. Either way is fine. And this way you prevent yourself from getting arm weary. Now, so the second way, as we mentioned before, is simultaneous offense and counterattack. And here's how that looks. This takes more practice and takes more skill. And again, anyone who has had training with this instantly recognizes it. Here's how this looks. So there are 3 positions that the shield will move in. So remember, the first way, the shield never moves. It stays here protecting your vital organs all the time, right? Well, this way, the shield is going to move. And here's how it moves, 3 ways. Number 1, extends forward. See that? Extends forward. And we're going to show you the application of this in a moment. Extends forward. The second way is extends that way. This again engages strikes that are coming from this side. The other way is it goes this way. See that? Look up, pay attention to where the center of the shield is facing. So from here, it engages that strike. Now if it's an angle 4 and angle 2, it engages that strike, right? It can be like this with the arm straight. It's almost like you're punching into it, right? Or it could just be the elbow, like you're doing an elbow strike coming around, depending on how close they are to you, right? So if they're far away, you can be out here. If they're close to you, you can be here, right? Yeah, either way, the shield is going this way. The third way is to an angle 13 strike above your head. That's it. So those are the 3 places that the shield can move to. And again, you don't have, these could be counterattacks or they're just you attacking. So let's say if the person is, my scene partner is bringing in an angle 1. If we're bringing in an angle 1, I can do this, right? That's it. So that's a simultaneous attack, a defense and attack. As their angle 1 comes in, my shield is engaging and shielding their angle 1 as my thrust is going in and stabbing them. So that's why it's a simultaneous attack and defense. Boom, that's for an angle 1. Now let's say they're bringing in an angle 4 over here. Well, now from this position, I can bring in a simultaneous attack and defense because I can go here. You see that? We'll do that from the side so you can see it towards the camera. They're bringing in angle 4. See how that looks? So this will stop a 4 or a 2. And this is an angle 6 with the sword coming around. That's why you learn all those 15 attacking angles. See, I have all types of cool applications for them. So that 5, 6, 7, that 6 goes right around the shield, and so does that 7. The 5, the 6, the 7, right? So as that comes in, there's the attack. And this shields their sword. They can't do anything against this, and this actually stabs them. And then the other way as I mentioned, is number 13, which is the overhead strike. And the overhead strike as it comes in is just here. Do it from the side, overhead strike, boom. And you're shielding against their sword and stabbing them in the heart. Again, we do everything on both sides. So angle 1 comes in, we're here, angle 4, angle 2, here, angle 13, here. So you see, much more cinematic than the first way, which is why it's the preferable way. However, I've been doing it a long time, and you don't have to practice a long time to get it. You just have to practice it, right? Once you get the movements down, you'll look natural with it. And so for me, you can tell my whole body moves as one unit, you know, when the time comes. There's angle 13, boom, right? It's just right there. Everything is picture perfect because I've been practicing all this time. If you're a newer person, you have to practice to get to that point. So if you know you're not good with that, stick with the first way. You'll still book the role, right? Because most people do the first way. Most people aren't that skilled, right? And you doing that means that you're more skilled than most people, okay? So yet if you can, and you really wish to stand out, learn the second way. Because the second way is much more cinematic. Again, stunt coordinators, and all stunt coordinators are not experts in martial arts weapons, believe it or not. Yet the ones that are gonna recognize that. And it will make you stand out, man or woman, doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, when they know they can do a greater caliber choreography with you than other people. And I can tell you as a stunt coordinator, quote unquote retired, it really is frustrating having to lessen your vision of a fight scene because the caliber of the performers is lesser. It's like, oh, we could do so much more if I had greater caliber stunt performers. And that happens. You know, they don't have the training, they can't do these, can't do acrobatics, they can't, you know, they never had training in these type of weapons, they have really basic training in this, and you have to really lessen the vision for the, you know, for a fight scene or action sequence. So you don't want to be that person. You want to be the person where the stunt coordinator looks at you and gets excited. And suddenly the vision they had for the fight scene now just grew because they're like, now I know you can do this, I'm going to use that. Okay, and I think I shared another video. I did something before and a director saw it and loved it and said, I want that in my movie. That was the thing that made them want me in their movie because they saw me perform something that no one else had done before. So these type of things really stand out. So stop the video now and give these a try. Visualize the angle 1 coming in. And again, you're just engaging it with the shield and just doing a angle 5. Visualize angle 4 coming in. You're punching into it and then doing the angle 6 and using angle 6 to stabbing them somewhere like in their heart, their lung, or their liver or their kidney. And then visualize angle 13 coming in, and you see it kind of comes in simultaneously. So this goes in and shields above your head, and this thrusts into the heart. So go ahead and stop the video now and give this a try. Broken down step by step to ensure that you learn it both easily and quickly. Lastly, we're going to share a few pro tips with you. Yeah, before we do, check this out.
Okay, someone suggested that we give like a quick 2-minute overview of what is in the master course. And that's what we're going to do. So this is, you can take the full video tour and see a complete breakdown of what's in this master course by heading on over to our website. And there's a 15-20 minute video. You can go inside to see everything. Yet, I mean, this is everything in here. It covers, you know, short sword, machete, baton, large sword and shield, dual wielding, everything you need to know to use martial arts weapons for film and TV is covered in the course. All the basics and even advanced stuff. You have over almost 100 videos, instructionals in here. Each of these is instructional about 10 minutes long. We keep them about 10 minutes so they're bite-sized. You can easily learn it, easily fit it to your schedule. Some are a bit longer because they have to be, for the most part, about 10 minutes long. Look at all the things that you're learning. 15 attacking angles with the sword, postures, stances, leads, grips, everything that you need to know to be proficient with it when you're learning. Let's take a look at one of the instructionals now. Now this is, again, one of the counterattacks. So we're going to take a look at this now. One of the basics on how to actually counterattack. You know, and it's taught to you very slowly, so you learn exactly what to do. You can do this by yourself in the air or with a partner. Either way is fine, and you actually become pretty good with this stuff. But let's look at some of the other things. You learn more counterattacks. You learn how to use, you actually see the stuff used in what are live action video displays, movie clips and things, how to do dramatic circling, pro screen tips, right? The military police Baton clinic, if you have to play the role of a police officer, military police, we teach you how to act it out and what to do. Check this out.
Right to my right kidney and grab there. And he's going to escort me while he delivers his dialogue. Alright, let's go, buddy. Clear the area now.
All right, and the training shows you how to perform it safely for both you and your partner, even how to perform realistic dialogue, because that's how you're actually going to be performing it for film and TV. You know, all types of stuff. One of the other cool things is that you need to see how this goes from when you're learning to when it's going to go to the final cut. So we include live action video displays, right? These are actual clips from movies and TV shows that show you exactly how it will look at the end. So we'll take a look at one now. This is actually from the movie Eliminators. We actually see a Baton in action. And you see how the fight scenes look. You get a feel for how production is going to shoot it. This is obviously done with a handheld technique. When you're shooting it, you see how the camera angle is going to work. You see how the blocking is going to be. So as you're learning this stuff, this is professional caliber training, so that you know exactly what it's going to look like and what you need to do for camera as you're learning this stuff. So again, you take the full video tour at our website. Again, there's all types of choreography that you learn, you know, with the machete, the baton, everything else, how to use the training with other weapons, the cinematic golden moment shortcut, you know, pro fight choreographer's template, how to make your own training partner. If you have no one to work out with, you know, we show you how to make a training partner you can train with. All gladiatorial combat, so how to do all the Spartacus and the large sword and shield, or large shield and sword type stuff. All the basics of choreography, the sword and knife or dagger. This is all dual wielding stuff. So whenever you're using two weapons, you get a role that calls for using two swords, two knives, a knife and a sword, a knife and some exotic weapon. This trains you in how to do all of that stuff, right? So everything you could possibly need. And finishing up, the stuff for your action reel. You need to have stuff to put in your reel. But there's almost 40 techniques that we show you and we include on that. You can learn it and actually put together a reel. And we even show you our amazing reel formula, so you actually can design your reel based on this formula, and it will help you book roles. Let's take a look at one of the techniques now. All right, this shows you again step by step what to do. And you see that there's an explanation that teaches you all the stuff before this. Yet you see we teach it to you, we do it very, very slowly, not lightning fast so you can't see what's going on. Very slowly so you can observe the footwork, the arm placement, you know, how it should look, you know, how your body should look and everything. So there's never any mystery on how to do it. You get multiple angles, as well as you get support from us anytime when you're learning it. And that's not all, there's even more. We teach you how to market your career, you know, different things you can do, even help you get a certification and everything. So if you're interested in learning more, head on over to our website and take the full video tour. You're absolutely going to love it.
So if any of the topics that we covered are of interest to you, definitely head on over to our website and take the free video tour. Now we'll share a pro tip with you. Pro tip: practice using or facing a mirror first and then using your camera phone. What this does, it helps you to perfect your technique. You don't just wish to be practicing and just looking off into space, right? I mean, you do that as well, yet there comes a point when you need to really perfect your form, especially as a stunt performer or action actor, because you're in camera. Martial artists can get away with it because they don't always have to look picture perfect as long as the technique works properly. Yet when you're on film and TV, and even doing live action, you got to look good, right? So when you're facing the mirror, you can correct, you can see things that you can't feel. Especially in the beginning, it will feel like you're doing it correctly, and you look in the mirror and see that you're not doing it correctly, right? Now, once you perfect the techniques in the mirror, then you wish to set up your camera phone and record yourself. You cannot see everything that you're doing in the mirror, and you can't review it afterwards, right? Yet the camera phone enables you to go back and look from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet and find everything that you're doing correctly and continue doing that, and find the things that need improvement and then improve those things. And so the camera is very important. You can rewind it, right? You can fix footwork. You can see where your balance is off. You can see where you forgot to do a certain move. And that's why the camera phone, we recommend this a lot throughout all of our master courses, because here's the thing to always remember. Repeat this statement after me. The camera doesn't lie. If you look awful on camera, then you did it off. You looked awful. The camera's not lying on you. And the camera that you're using with your camera phone, if you look awful on that camera, you're gonna look awful on the DP's camera on set, right? Or at the audition. So you don't want that. So the moment you start looking good on your camera, you're gonna look good on set at the audition, and you're gonna look good on camera on set. So that's the main thing. One last note, it's especially in the beginning, it's very common for beginners, you know, to feel like they're doing it incorrectly, right? And it's like, oh, I'm just doing a horrible, horrible job. That's common, right? Men and women, same thing, because they're unnatural movements. Yet the moment, every time without exception, that a beginner, a newbie, sees a video recording of themselves doing a choreography, great big smile breaks out in their face. Because they're like, oh, okay, I actually look kind of good. And it's true, right? So that's why it's important to video record yourself, because you think because it doesn't feel right that it won't look right. Yet when you're watching the video, you'll see that you're probably like 80% there, 90% there, and you see it looks good. It just needs more practice. This is an important training tip to use with all your training, yet especially with movie sword fight choreography. All right, make sure you like this video and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next training video. Also, make sure you sign up for our Pro Stunt Tips email newsletter to get professional movie baton and short sword fighting tips in your inbox. Lastly, if you'd like more information about our highly popular online movie baton and short sword fighting master course, go to shortswordmoviefighting.com or click on the link below this video. Again, my name is Dylan Wilson with CBT Stunt Alliance. Train hard, perform easy. Don't miss our next video when we share with you another movie baton and short sword fighting tip. See you next video.